What would you do if the woman who raised you, the woman you called Aunt Claire your whole life, wasn't your aunt at all, but your mother? Dear viewers, sometimes the truth we search for all our lives is the very truth someone worked hardest to hide. Tonight we share the story of Emily Parker, a young woman from Savannah, Georgia, whose search for love, family, and identity led her into the heart of a secret buried for decades. Before we begin, dear viewers, please like this video, subscribe to Voices of Reality, and tell us in the comments where you are watching from tonight, because this story will stay with you. Emily Parker grew up in a small yellow house on the edge of Savannah's old town, where Spanish moss hung from oak trees and secrets seemed to hang just as heavy in the air. She lived with her Aunt Claire, a woman everyone in the neighborhood admired, a nurse at the county hospital, strong, quiet, graceful, always smiling, but with eyes that sometimes looked like they'd seen too much. To little Emily, Aunt Claire was everything. Her teacher, her protector, her world. But dear viewers, what Emily didn't know was that love and lies were living under the same roof. Every morning, Aunt Claire packed Emily's lunch with care. Peanut butter sandwiches cut in heart shapes, a note tucked inside, "Be brave, my sunshine." And every night, she'd hum the same lullaby, "Somewhere over the rainbow." It was their little world of safety and song. But sometimes, Emily would ask questions. "Aunt Claire, why don't I have a mommy like other kids?" And Claire would freeze just for a second, then smile, brushing her hair aside. "Sweetheart, your mama's watching over you from heaven." Dear viewers, when a child trusts, she doesn't question the cracks in a story. She fills them with love. As Emily grew, little things began to feel off. Her school records listed her mother as unknown. Aunt Claire never let her see family photos older than a few years. And every birthday, Claire's eyes would glisten with quiet sorrow, as if each candle reminded her of something she could never say aloud. But Emily didn't press. She believed what she was told. Because, dear viewers, sometimes love makes us blindly loyal. By 16, Emily was a dreamer, a poet, the kind of girl who believed life's biggest answers could be found in the stars. She dreamed of college, of travel, of finding her place in the world. And Claire supported her, working extra shifts to pay for school applications. But one evening, after a long shift at the hospital, Aunt Claire fainted at the kitchen sink. Emily panicked, rushing to her side. Aunt Claire, wake up." At the hospital, while waiting, Emily overheard two nurses whispering. The first nurse whispered, "That's Claire's daughter, isn't it?" The second nurse replied, "She says niece." But everyone knows the truth. Those words hung in the air like thunder. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. She sat by the window, watching the moonlight spill across the porch. Could it be true? Was Aunt Claire really her mother? She wanted to ask, but every time she tried, fear choked the words. And so, like so many of us do, she buried her questions deep inside and kept pretending everything was fine. Years passed. Emily left for college in Atlanta, the first in her family to go. Life was good. But one day, a letter arrived from the Savannah County Records Office. It was a scholarship form, but attached was her birth certificate. The name on it read, Mother Claire Parker, Father unknown. Dear viewers, the world seemed to tilt under her feet. Emily returned home the next weekend. The rain was falling hard that night, as if heaven itself knew what was coming. She walked in, trembling, holding that paper in her hand. With a shaking voice, she asked, "Aunt Claire, is this true? Are you my mother?" Claire didn't speak. Her eyes filled with tears. Then she whispered, "I wanted to tell you. I wanted to so many times." Emily, voice cracked. "Why would you lie to me? Why make me call you aunt all my life?" Claire sat down, sobbing. "Because your grandparents, they made me hide you. I was 17, unmarried, and they said you'd ruin the family name. They sent me away. When I came back, I was told to say I was your aunt, that your real mother had died." Dear viewers, imagine hearing that. Your entire life, every memory, every smile, built on a lie. Emily felt something shatter inside her that night. She packed her things, left without looking back. For years, she refused to speak to Claire. Letters went unopened, phone calls unanswered. But pain has a way of echoing, doesn't it, dear viewers? No matter how far you run, it follows. 5 years later, a call came. Claire was sick, stage 4 cancer. Emily hesitated, but something in her heart said, "Go." When she arrived, Claire was frail, lying by the window. A Bible rested on her chest. Claire, with a weak smile, whispered, "My sunshine, you came." Emily broke down, holding her hand. "I was angry, Mama, but I missed you." They talked all night about life, regret, forgiveness, and the cruel ways society once shamed young mothers. Before dawn, Claire whispered her last words, "I only lied because I loved you." Dear viewers, those were her final words. The funeral was small, just a few neighbors, a handful of nurses. But for Emily, it felt like the closing of a lifetime secret. She placed a yellow rose on the grave and whispered, "I forgive you, Mama." Dear viewers, sometimes love wears the mask of lies, not to deceive, but to protect. We may never understand the choices others make in fear, but forgiveness is what sets the heart free. So I ask you, dear viewers, if you were in Emily's shoes, what would you do? Would you forgive, or would you walk away forever? Tell us in the comments below. And remember, every family carries secrets, but some truths, no matter how painful, can heal what lies cannot. Please like, share, and subscribe to Voices of Reality for more true life stories that touch the soul.